NKTelco Sports welcomes you to high school basketball tournament action. This game brought to you by Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, Buckeye Ford, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
We're live here at Bath, where tonight we've got the Minster Wildcats and the Hardin Northern Polar Bears in girls sectional basketball finals. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Dave Kanapke, to bring you the action from Bath. And the Wildcats, 20-2 overall, a great season so far, but they are facing a little bit of adversity as they face Hardin Northern tonight.
Yes, they are. Injury bugs have hit again. They've been already short one starter, and Lindsay Reckerman's been out 4 games. Now the MAC Player of the Year, Rosie Westerbeck, is not starting, will probably not play. She's out with a sprained wrist, but still a very deep team, a very tall team. Second straight year that they've won the MAC undefeated under the direction of Coach Mike Wiss.
Hardin Northern, a little bit of an unknown commodity, but we're going to learn more about them here shortly on NKTelco as Minster and Hardin Northern set to do battle. We'll be back right after this.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you. Here's the thing, if you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
We're about to have the introduction of the starting lineups here at Bath Gymnasium. Minster and Hardin Northern doing battle. The Polar Bears of Hardin Northern, they're 10-13 overall, and Dave, it's kind of a team we don't know an awful lot about because they play in a little bit of a different conference than what most of the teams in our area will see.
They play in the NWCC. Lehman plays in that conference, but don't see Hardin Northern a lot. What we can gather, they started out 0-5. 1-6 to start with, but they won 3 of their last 4, including they beat Ada to advance to this game, and they had lost to Ada by 13. They beat them by 11 in the sectional game on Tuesday night. They have 2 starters that were first team all NWCC. Holly Wilson averages 17 points and 8 rebounds, and Ashton Dye with 12 points. So after that, it drops off all the way to 4 for that. So it looks like they have 2 big starters, and they're under the direction of their head coach, Brady Mast.
Yeah, they finished 11-12 a season ago, so similar results this season. And we're introducing the starting lineups here in just a moment. Introducing the entire lineups for both of the squads here this evening. Hardin Northern under head coach Brady Mast, his 4th year as head coach. He also was the head coach from 2000 to 2004. And As we said, last year he was 11-12. This year they're 10-13. A year ago they lost in the sectional semifinal to Marion Local, and once again facing an MAC team in the Minster Wildcats. Of course, Minster under the guidance of Mike Wiss, his first year, but obviously Minster folks know him quite well as a experienced junior varsity coach and JV coach this year, Darren Goodwin, and the JV's also had a great season as well.
Yeah, the Minster JV went undefeated, and Coach Wiss was something like 18, 19 years JV coach. He had an unbelievable record, 80+% winning percentage as a reflection on the whole program. Done a nice, he's been in the program for a lot of years, did a nice job at the helm this year. Of course, he's also a head baseball coach. He's won 2 state championships in baseball, so, you know, she took over for Nan Steckschulte, who was in charge for 27 years, so he's kept the excellence going. This is their first step in which they have high hopes of going far down the tournament trail.
Now we've got our starting lineups for tonight's game. Number 1, Ashton Dye, 5'3", sophomore for Hardin Northern. And number 30, Courtney Prenger. Bailey Waller, a 5'6" sophomore for Hardin Northern. Number 3, Allie Fisher, 5'7" junior. Cameron Hobson, number 10, a 5'5" senior. Number 24, Taylor Kogi, a 6-foot junior for the Wildcats. Number 20, Holly Wilson, a 5'11" senior. And number 12, Haley Boimer. Number 12, a 5'9" senior. Michaela Ayers, number 22, a 5'7" senior. And number 22 for the Wildcats, Allie Borgerding, 5'9" senior. Time now to take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
Dave, first let's look at the Hardin Northern Polar Bears. A couple big keys for them is, first of all, they have to handle the pressure. Minster always plays a solid defense, either in the half court and full court. Polar Bears need to handle that, and also need to rebound. Minster has a very tall team. Hardin Northern definitely the shorter team. Rebounding to be a key. Minster, first of all, they need to minimize turnovers. In the games they haven't played well, in the games they lost, they had a lot of turnovers. They need to do that, and they need to be just back in the rhythm. They haven't played in 9 days, and they also have a couple starters out of the mix, so they need to find that rhythm as they start the tournament trail here tonight.
Keys to the game brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And the opening tip will go to Dye for a Hardin Northern. Ashton with the basketball. She's number 1. As the Polar Bears straight to the basket goes Ayers. Wildcats on the break. They'll set it up with Fisher. Right side Borgerdine. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Hardin Northern. Ayers will bring it up court. In the corner, picked up by Borgerdine. That's a turnover by Hardin Northern. High school basketball here on NKTelco. Turnover by the Wildcats. Back up court as comes Dye. She'll take it to the hoop, put it up and in, and with 7:13 to go, opening quarter basketball here at Bath High School. The Hardin Northern Polar Bears take a 2-0 lead.
Nice spin move there by Dye for the basket. Springer's in a little trouble.
Double team. She'll push it back out. And that's going to be a Minster turnover.
2 turnovers already with these teams. A little sloppy in there here in the early going as we have full court pressure by Minster.
Wildcats will put the pressure on. Up court, Hardin Northern breaks it. There's Dye. The shot will be partially blocked, I believe, by Borgerdine. Up court quickly comes Fisher. Fisher down the lane finds an open Wildcat, and that's Haley Boimer. And Boimer with the basket, and we are tied at 2. 6.5 minutes to go.
Nice pass there by Fisher through the lane.
Waller gets it back over to Ayers, and Hardin Northern will settle into their offense. Wilson double team taken away there by the Wildcats. Pushing it up court. Borgerdine down low is pass for Courtney Pranger, but there's going to be a foul.
Nice pass again by Fisher, that time across the lane to Pranger as he draws the foul on number 20, Wilson, their inside player for the Polar Bears.
Pranger with the basketball. That'll bring it out to Kogi. 3-point shot by Allie Fisher is good. And on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, the Wildcats go up 5-2. They're the home team here this evening, dressed in their white uniforms with black and orange trim. Jump shot by Wilson, and that's good. Down low shot, no good. Rebound back up and in, and Taylor Kogi with the return basket. Brady Mass tells his team, slow it down, let's be patient. They get it across the timeline, handling the basketball as Ayers. Ayers is in trouble with it. Scrap for the ball, it's still loose, still on the floor. We've got a jump ball, and possession error will favor Minster. So that's a Hardin Northern turnover.
3 turnovers against the Polar Bears so far as Minster on the attack again with playing without 2 normal starters. Reckerman's been out with a broken bone in her hand for 4 games, and Rosie Westerbeck not playing tonight. She's been having trouble with sprained wrist the last 2 weeks.
Boimer inside the lane, and Haley will draw the foul.
Foul number 5, Bailey Waller, as senior Haley Boimer, one of 5 seniors on this team, with 2 tosses.
5 minutes to go, opening quarter, and Boimer's free throw, nothing but net, and it's 8-4 Minster.
Boimer, usually the first guard off the bench, a very excellent volleyball player, reflects some of the good depth on this basketball team as she steps in right into the starting lineup. She has 4 points early here.
Second free throw good. Minster applying the pressure. Up court, passes just a little bit too long, and that's a turnover. And boy, it's kind of like a slow death. Just kind of creeps up on you, and suddenly you're down by 5, and you've got, 4 turnovers or so for Hardin Northern.
And Minster, through the years under Coach Steckschulte and now Coach Wiss, always play the tough defense, always good pressure.
And inside, Kogi puts it up, and Taylor draws the foul, and she will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. And Wildcats taking the ball to the basket here in the first quarter of play.
Taylor Kogi's been one of the main players off the bench on the post positions, been in the starting lineup the last 4 games, and Reckerman went down. He's done a nice job. 6-foot junior hits first one.
6-point Minster lead. Second free throw, a little bit strong. Ayers with a rebound, and we've got a foul, and that's going to go against Allie Borgerdine on the rebound.
First substitution for Minster, 32, Demarius Wolf in. Sophomore.
Hardin Northern working against the press. This is Ayers. In trouble. Timeout. Hardin Northern, it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Schwieterman's Pharmacy, the Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21st Century Kitchens, and Elmwood Assisted Living, bringing you tonight's game between Minster and Hardin Northern. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls basketball on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Monday, February the 27th at 8 p.m. and Tuesday, February 28th at 6 p.m. And of course, you can watch the games on demand at NKTelco.com. Coach Mass for Hardin Northern calls the timeout as the Polar Bears were facing a timeline violation that time. They have the basketball, and they need a basket here as they trail by 6. Ayers on the baseline, quickly knocked away by Prenger.
Early on, they didn't look too bad. Dye had a drive in, and Wilson had a basket as well, but that pressure has really just gotten them out of sync.
Pass goes inside. Wilson with a turnaround. Prenger with a block. It's going to go out of bounds off of Minster.
Another block for Prenger there. Her second, she led the MAC in blocks with over 80.
Pass inside to Dye, back over to Wilson. Wilson will handle it, get it back out to Ayers. She looks down low for Wilson, something that probably worked during the regular season, but not when you have a 6'2" Courtney Prenger on the defensive side for Minster.
Minster goes 6'2" and then 6 foot with Kogi, and they have another 6-footer, Paige Toby, that comes off the bench.
Hardin Northern, 10-13 on the season. Hobson with an extra step, and that's a travel and a turnover for Hardin Northern. 3:43 to go here, opening quarter of basketball. Coach Brady Mast makes a substitute as Ayers goes to the bench for a breather. As Fisher brings it up court for the Wildcats. Off the pick, but that's a turnover. Stuart Evans with the basketball, and will be knocked out of bounds by Minster, and the Hardin Northern Polar Bears will inbound it. That's number 10, Cameron Hobson, gets it into Wilson. Wilson, the Polar Bears' leading scorer, goes up against Prenger, tries to take it to the hoop. Shot no good. Rebound by the Wildcats up court and across the timeline. It'll get to Boimer. Boimer inside to Prenger. Pull-up jumper. Boy, that's a sweet shot. Courtney Prenger with a jumper.
She did a nice job of adjusting to the defender was right there, and she just lifted the ball a little higher to not get it blocked.
Wildcats have the double team. That creates the turnover. Boimer has it. Fisher, a left-handed layup, shot a little bit short, battle for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball as Demarius Wolf had a hand in on it for Minster, and two more subs come into the game or rather back into the game. Starters back into the lineup for Minster, and Borgerding and Kogi. Great depth by the Wildcats to overcome two starters out and still be able to substitute. Dye with the basketball, and it's going to be a turnover by the Polar Bears.
A lot of these players that are coming off the bench or is filled in for starters would be starters on a lot of other schools. Also an undefeated JV team. Some of the sophomores are getting the dress. Some of the sophomores off that team getting the dress here tonight as well.
Kendra Thien with the basketball, and there's the shot by Taylor Kogi inside, and the junior scores, and the Minster lead is at 10 points. A steal off the press. Borgerding, she'll take the shot, left-handed shot is good, and we'll take a full timeout. Hardin Northern, our score, Minster 16, Hardin Northern 4. We'll be back right after this.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold. We are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless Premium retailer.
Hardin Northern takes the timeout with 2:18 to go in the first quarter, and they're just trying to adjust to the pressure that Minster's applying here.
Just overwhelming right now. The pressure has just caused 7 turnovers already and just totally taking them out of their offensive game.
Wilson with the basketball, and she's the leading scorer for Hardin Northern, and that cross-court pass perhaps a little ill-advised, but there's going to be a foul, and that's going to go on number 23, Kendra Thien, for the Wildcats.
Could hear an audible groan from some of the Minster fans. Thought that was a little close, whether a foul or not, but that foul goes against Kendra Thien. Only the second team foul.
And Hardin Northern with the basketball. That's number 21, Cameron Dye, off the bench. Inside is Ashton Dye. Hardin Northern trying to get into their offense as Waller has the basketball. Dye with it. Into the lane. Loose basketball, loses it, and it's going to be another jump ball, and possession arrow will again favor Minster.
Another turnover on average on the season. Minster causes 21 turnovers on the other team, and right now that pace is even higher than that right now.
We're on a pretty steady pace right now for the Polar Bears. Wildcats into that offense. Fisher tosses it back over to Wolf. Handles it back out front. Loose basketball this time. Wilson picks it up. Hardin Northern loses it back as Thien comes up with it. Her pass back out to the wing, shot a little bit short by Borgerdine. As Wilson brings it up court. We're under a minute to go. Wilson, top of the key, goes to the right side. Short jump shot by Dye, no good, and rebound comes down to Thien. Quickly up court, and the pass just a little bit quick that time as Ali Borgerdine, the intended receiver. Boimer and Prenger will return to the Minster lineup. Dye brings it up court. Curtis, number 15, into the lineup for Hardin Northern, as well as Stuart Evans, number 12. There's Wilson. She goes to the right side. Cut off there by Kogi. Around to the wing, shot no good, and battle for the rebound. Prenger on her knees has the basketball, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be Minster basketball, and Ali Borgerdine will inbound it. That means Ali Fisher, a 5'7" junior guard, will bring it across the timeline. Inside, Prenger off the glass. Nice shot by Courtney Prenger at the buzzer. Our first quarter score, Minster 18, Hardin Northern 4. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
I was very, very impressed by how easy it was to locate talent here in this area.
But it's also great for applicants, giving them a good chance to learn much more about the company than would normally be possible through other means of advertising.
There's definitely a great pool of applicants here, and I think you've done a good job at communicating opportunities within the community.
I would definitely recommend checking out Hometown Opportunity to find any careers that you may not know that existed.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold, we are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless premium retailer.
Second quarter play, Hardin Northern will have the basketball. Ashton Dye will have it. Out front, Prenger on the trap, and it's going to be a 5-second count. And just like that, boy, Wildcats turn it up, and there's a turnover.
10 turnovers already by Hardin Northern. Minster's been a little sloppy, 6 turnovers. They shot well from the field, 7-11 from the field. They've had 5 different players already score.
Minster on the offense, enjoying a 14-point lead here at Bath. Sectional finals. Of course, as you mentioned, Dave, the Wildcats had a week off, but certainly not showing any signs of it. Outside of perhaps the turnovers are a little bit more than I'm sure Coach Mike Wist would like to see, but
foul on 20. Wilson, their leading scorer, now with 2 fouls, is Courtney Prenger shooting 2.
Prenger at the line. Shot rings home.
You talk about the end of the season. The girls' season always ends on the Thursday, and then the way it works out, if you get a bye, you don't play till Saturday. Some girls' teams will want to play the first game just to break it up a little bit, but the way Minster's had bad luck with injuries late in the season, I think they decided, hey, let's just give some time off.
Shot a little bit strong, but the rebound comes down to Kogi, and pass across court is out of bounds. That's a Minster turnover, and Cameron Hobson, 5'5" senior, will inbound it for Hardin Northern. She gets it into Ashton Dye. Sophomore guard for the Polar Bears across the timeline. And the Wildcats collapse on the press, and they try to lob it inside to Ayers. Shot just a little bit strong. She's underneath the basket and had to come back out, and that made it for a difficult shot. And ball is on the floor, and the possession area will go to the Wildcats.
On the night so far, Polar Bears 2 of 9 from the field, all 2-point attempts.
Reagan Webker in the lineup for the Wildcats, number 10, to travel. And Haley Boimer back in to line up here in the second quarter for Minster as well. Inbounded to Waller. Back over to Dye, Wilson. They bring it across the timeline. Wildcats fall into that pressure trap, and this time Hardin Northern avoids it. There's a block shot by Prenger. Up court quickly comes Minster, and Webker has the basketball, and there's a collision as she runs into Bailey Waller, senior guard for Hardin Northern.
3 blocks already by Prenger. She's led the MAC by a wide margin in blocks. She had 80 going into today's game. The next closest in the MAC was 36.
Waller has her second foul for Hardin Northern. Minster into their offense. There's a 3-point shot. No good by Borgerding. Back out to Boimer. She'll go to the right side. Looks inside for Prenger. Prenger has it. Move on the baseline, and got a foul by Ayers.
It's a nice move there by Prenger. Has drawn a lot of attention. She usually does underneath there. Nice spin to get a little bit of opening, and Prenger will be back on the line to shoot 2.
Prenger connects on the free throw.
Prenger, first team all MAC as a freshman and also as a sophomore. Having a very nice start to her varsity career in high school.
Second free throw also good as Savannah Luthman, 5'10" senior, will come into the lineup for Minster. Wildcats applying the pressure. 21-4 here. Second quarter action. 6:08 to go before the half. Dye over on the wing. Here comes Hobson. She'll lose the basketball. Fisher up court. Wolf's pass taken away, and Hardin Northern will come back with the basketball. Dye over to Ayers. Hobson inside to Wilson. Wilson on Prenger, puts the shot up, no good. Kogi with a rebound. Has Wilson been able to score?
She had two very early. Her and Dye had a basket apiece as Kogi scores.
Kogi with a left-handed shot. What a beauty.
Kogi already with 7.
23-4. Here comes Dye as they try to get up court quickly, but ball goes to the floor. Dye will get it. She'll put the shot up. The shot doesn't fall, and the rebound is going to be a jump ball. And more substitutes. Paige Toby, 6-foot junior, will come into the lineup for Minster. Boy, the last thing you want to do, Dave, is get somebody else hurt in this one for the Wildcats.
I imagine a lot of Wildcats will be playing, and there's another turnover.
You hate to say that so early in the contest as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter, but Wildcats with a 19-point lead at 23-4 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard with 4:50 to go here in the quarter. Luthman. Outside jump shot, no good as Demarius Wolf took the shot. Hardin Northern will get the basketball.
Following up on the injury thing, I think in the case of Rosie Westerbeck not playing, I'm sure if needed she could have played. She played last Thursday against Fort Recovery. But in this game, it was like, let's dress her, see if she's needed. If not, rest her, or the next game would not be till Thursday against the winner of the next game, which is New Bremen and LCC.
Zoe Curtis, number 15, into the lineup for Hardin Northern. Dye a little bit frustrated with that call.
It seemed like they started out okay. Dye and Wilson had a basket early after about 4 or 5 possessions, but this pressure has just totally frustrated them here tonight.
On the outside is Fisher. Back over to Wolf. Borgerdine looking inside. Luthman comes out, top of the key. Wolf to Fisher. Borgerdine. Minster with a big lead. They'll be patient, run their offense. Luthman will come out from the baseline as Wolf runs the cut. Coach Mike Wish shouting instructions out to his team. Borgerdine, top of the key. Inside goes Wolf. Off the glass. Demarius Wolf, very nice play.
Yeah, nice play, being patient. She's found an opening, an athletic play there for the basket.
Dye over to Curtis, back over to Wilson. Ayers. Back out to Dye, ball almost on the floor again, and that's been a good thing for Minster as the Wildcats applying the pressure and taking advantage of it. Wilson tries to go inside. Short pass to Ayers, shot no good, and the rebound will come down to Paige Toby. Fisher thought about the short jumper. Back out to Wolf. Inside to Luthman. Wilson on her, and there's going to be a foul on the backside. It's going to be against number 22, Allie Borgerdine.
Borgerdine now with 2 fouls. Borgerdine, and imagine she may come out, though Coach Wiss in this situation might just let her play through it as Kendra Thien and Haley Boimer check in for the Wildcats.
Plenty of substitutes for the Wildcats here as they've had their way. 25-4 the score, 21-point Minster lead. There's the steal in the backcourt. Fisher's going to go the distance on this, off the glass, and Holly Fisher has the basket. She's got 5 points on the night. Dye, 15-footer, we got a foul. It's going to go against number 54, Savannah Luthman.
Luthman's first, and this will be the first free throw opportunity for the Polar Bears as you have Ashton Dye, just a sophomore, first team all NWCC, looking to break a scoring drought that's gone
a long time.
I'd say they scored about 2 minutes in, maybe less than that. So we're talking, wow, yeah, a long time.
A long time.
12 minutes maybe.
Dye's about 62% free throw shooter. trying to get point number 5, and there it is.
Nothing else is a mental thing. Get off the floor, and if your Coach Mass is like, let's just keep playing and see what happens.
Long three-pointer, no good, and Luthman will grab the rebound. She'll put it back up, no good. Luthman with a rebound. Now we've got a scramble for it. Dye is going to come up with it, but it's going to go out of bounds, tipped out by Haley Boimer.
As looked like it was going to be a turnover back, but they're saying it's off of Minster's. Luthman really battling underneath there, just couldn't get her followed to fall.
You hear this murmur from the crowd. Wilson with it for Hardin Northern.
Yeah, their team's only up 22 at this point.
That's right. They're not, it's a murmur. It's not a
nobody's screaming, yeah.
Yeah. Could be a foul in the backcourt. That's going to go against, I believe, number 22, Ayers.
Ever as the second foul, it would be Kendra Thien at the line, a 5'8" junior. She's really got more playing time as the season has gone on. Play the guard, play the small forward position. Here's a 1-and-1.
Around and out, rebound comes down to Stuart Evans, and Dye will bring it up court, the sophomore up against Boimer. Back out to Ayers. There's the jumper by Dye, no good. There's a short jump shot off the glass, and Hardin Northern, no luck on that offensive series. Fisher, she'll run the Minster offense. Looks inside for Toby. Back out Fisher, across court. Luthman, short jumper off the glass, no good. Scrap for the rebound. Thien has it, and it will go off of number 12. That's Stuart Evans for Hardin Northern, so Minster will inbound it. Thien with it. She'll go right side. And there's going to be a foul on number 22. McKaylee Ayers with the block.
Well, her third foul on Ayers as Thien will get another chance at the 1-and-1 attempt. It's the first
free throw is good.
One of 5 juniors on this team, along with 5 seniors on this team and 2 sophomores on the normal varsity roster. There's 3 other sophomores dressed here tonight.
Second one also good by Thien. She's got her first 2 points of the night. Dye tosses it back over to Hobson, but it finds the first row instead.
You could just tell by body language there. Dye just threw her head back after she knew the pass was out of bounds, and that's what happens. Minster does to a lot of teams. It's not just a physically turnover; it mentally gets you down as well.
Approaching 40 seconds to go here in the first half of basketball. Boimer down the lane, left-handed shot no good. She'll get her own rebound, tosses it back into Luthman. Wildcats will set it up again. Fisher has it. Looking inside, over to Thien. Thien moves to the left side. Ball tipped away, and there it's picked up by Dye. Up court quickly. Dye off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, and will draw the foul with 11.8 seconds to go here in the half.
Nice play there by Ashton Dye. Athletic player and aggressive on it. She missed the shot. She knew where it was going to go. Really hustled to get the rebound. Won at that ball, and now she finds herself on the line for 2 free throws. She was 1 of 2 a few minutes ago.
Dye averages 12.8 points per game as a sophomore guard, and she connects on the free throw.
Yeah, she averages like close to 13, and you have Wilson averages 17. That's 30 of the 43 that they average per game, so that's a large chunk for just 2 players.
Second free throw also good. 29-7 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard as the clock counts down here at Bath. Fisher puts the shot up, no good. Steals the basketball, puts it up again, and at the buzzer it rolls around and out. Our halftime score from Bath Gymnasium. The Minster Wildcats 29, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back after this.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Here at halftime, just moments away from the start of the third quarter. It's time now to take a look at the numbers between Minster and Hardin Northern.
Thanks, Dave. You look at the field goal percentage. Minster much better, 10 of 23 compared to 2 of 17. Threes, 1 of 4. Minster hasn't shot a lot. Hardin Northern hasn't shot any. Minster's got for the free throw line shooting a very good 8 of 10. Hardin Northern a good 3 of 4. Didn't get to the line until late in the second quarter. Turnovers really been a big trouble for Hardin Northern, 15. Minster's already at 10, so a little sloppy. Rebounding dominated by Minster, 13-7, and the score pretty well reflects the score as well, 22 points. Minster's already had 7 different players score, led by Taylor Kogi and Courtney Pranger, both with 7 apiece. Allie Fisher with 5, Haley Boymer with 4, Borgerdine, Thien, and Wolf with 2. For Hardin Northern, their 2 leading scorers, their leading scorers on the season. Ashton Dye with 5 points, Holly Wilson with 2.
Yeah, take a look at those numbers, and I guess the stat that kind of pops off the page for Minster, a little bit alarming maybe, is the 10 turnovers. Again, they've created 15, so that's kind of a wash in a sense because their aggressive defense has been very good here in the first half.
And Minster's turnovers haven't really resulted in direct points for Hardin Northern, but a lot of turnovers for Northern turned into a layup the other end for Minster.
Absolutely a great point. As Minster has the basketball to start the second half, on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, it's 29-7. Wildcats in the lead. Inside it goes to Pranger. And short baseline jumper there by Borgerdine, and there's a scramble for the basketball. They push it back out inside to Kogi, back to Borgerdine. There's Fisher for 3, and Allie Fisher with the shot.
Nice movement there, and they got the pass to Fisher. She was right in step. She caught it. She was already moving and nailed down the threes. Threes aren't a big part of their arsenal. They actually are last in the MAC in threes, but Fisher's hit 2 here today. Or check that. She's had a 3. No, I was right. Fisher's had 2 threes today.
That was nice passing by the Wildcats on the first possession of the second half as Hardin Northern tries to push it inbounds. Ayers will take it, and she'll go up against Pranger. Back out to Wilson. Wilson over to Dye. Back out to Ayers. Waller, number 5. Wilson will be out front with it. Try to go inside, but she took an extra step that time. And I tell you, Holly Wilson into the game with about 17 points per game. It's got to be a frustrating day for her.
She got the ball there in the block, and she had Pranger by her, and then she was double teamed, and you could see she wanted to get away from the guards that were swatting, and she unfortunately took the extra step.
Kogi with it inside Pranger. Hardin Northern zone collapses over to Borgerdine on the baseline to Kogi. Nice passing there as Kogi gets the bucket, and it's a big night for Taylor Kogi.
Already with 9 points, and she did a nice job. She moved to the basket when she knew the pass was going to do, anticipating the pass by Borgerdine. Borgerdine has 2 assists here early in the second half.
Hardin Northern will inbound it. That's Cameron Hobson. Gets it into Bailey Waller. Waller, number 5. Back over to Hobson. She'll go to the left side. She pulls back up Wilson. She'll step back and shoot the three. No good. Scramble for the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds and off of Hardin Northern last, and Minster will have the basketball.
First three attempt on the night for the Polar Bears.
Fisher across the timeline here at Bath. Short jumper by Kogi at the free throw line. Taylor Kogi says, if you're going to give me that shot, I'll take it. And she's into double figures with 11 points. Hardin Northern in trouble. Ayers. 10-second count, and or timeout. Got a timeout. Full timeout, Hardin Northern. Our score, Minster 36, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back right after this.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Hardin Northern, after the timeout, gets the basketball in, and Waller will bring it up court. On the baseline is Dye, and there'll be a turnover as Fisher with the steal for Minster. Works it up court. Here's Borgerdine. She's going to take it to the hoop. Nice block there by Holly Wilson for Hardin Northern. Yeah, reverse direction, and Dye will bring it up court. Waller inside Wilson. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Kogi. Short jump shot, and there's going to be a foul there as Borgerdine took the shot.
Again, good ball movement by the Wildcats. They all started, I believe, that Prenger blocked Wilson shot down on her side here. That's 4 blocks on the night for Prenger.
Allie Borgerdine at the line.
She's one of those players that does a little bit of everything. She can play the 4 spot, she can play the 3, even the 2 spot. Does a nice job. Shoots her free throws right around 70%.
Second free throw also good. She's got 4 points here this evening. Ashton Dye with the basketball off the pick there by Wilson. Short jumper, but she runs into Prenger. This time the call will go against Prenger.
First foul on Prenger. She's gotten into some foul troubles early in some games, and she got in trouble that time that she tried to block it by jumping in the air. And anytime you jump in the air and block, especially if you're a tall girl, you'll always get that foul called on you.
Dye with the free throw.
Dye with 6 of the 8 points by Hardin Northern.
Second free throw also good. Here come the Wildcats, 38-9 the score. Boimer will handle it. Kogi wants the basketball, passes inside Prenger. Fade away, jump shot, she'll draw the foul. I think it's going to go against Wilson, and it's going to be Wilson's 3rd foul of the game.
Prenger back on the line. She's 3 of 4 tonight. She hits her first one on the season. She's right around a 66% foul shooter.
Second free throw a little bit short. Ball tipped out of bounds by Minster, and Hardin Northern will inbound it. So you look at Kogi and Prenger, and they've got, 19 out of their team's 39 points from inside.
Definitely have the size advantage here tonight, and really some good ball movement on the half court, and there's a nice steal by Kogi.
Fisher trying to convert on the turnover by Hardin Northern. Inside pass to Kogi. Everybody collapses on her, and it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against the Polar Bears.
It's nice dribbling up top there by Fisher, and she had a nice bounce pass to Kogi. Fisher's had some nice passes tonight, and Kogi already with 11 points, chance to add 2 more.
Kogi at the line, a little bit strong. 4:15 to go in the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 39-9 our score. Minster at 20-2 overall on the season, with the big lead despite the absence of a couple of their starters. Second free throw also good. Dye will try to go inside, takes a 10-footer, and Ashton Dye hits the bucket. She's got 9 on the night to lead Hardin Northern.
Nice shot there. She elevated there in the lane.
Nice move by Prenger, but the rebound comes down to Wilson. Wilson gets it out to Dye, and she'll walk it up the court. Wilson trying to move on Kogi. Back over to Dye. Short jumper off the glass, no good, but the whistle blows, and that's a foul.
Foul on Allie Borgerdine. She has 3 fouls, the only Wildcat in any kind of foul trouble. Looking at Hardin Northern's schedule, some of their wins they've had, they're 3-3 in the NWCC. They defeated, overall their wins have been over Allen East, Van Loo, Lima Temple Christian, Corey Rosin, McClava Christian, Lima Perry, Riverside, Waynesfield Goshen, Fostoria St. Wellen, and their win in the sectional opener over Ada.
And of course, I think we talked about it possibly earlier. The two teams have one common opponent, and that's Arlington. And I think that's a team that both have lost to.
Yes, check that. Hardin Northern lost big, 81-29, but Minster also lost big to Arlington. They lost, let me check the score here, 66-32. Not very often Minster loses by 30 points. It was a
not a good afternoon.
It was a 25-3 third quarter they lost to Anna. It was just 10-point. I think it was like a 6-point game at half, and then Arlington got super hot. It was at Arlington. Arlington's been a pretty strong team, and they've started a series with Minster the last couple of years. It's been a good matchup, but that night it was not for the Wildcats as Arlington dominated.
Prenger with a free throw. She's got 11 on the night. 42-13 here as Hardin Northern will have the basketball. Fisher against Dye. Off the screen. Back over to the left side, and Waller on the baseline. She'll lose it to Prenger. Picked up by Boimer. Up court come the Wildcats. Fisher will handle it on the right side. Looks inside for Prenger. And there's an open 3 by number 32, Demarius Wolf.
Again, good ball movement, especially the second half. The Wildcats finding the open person, and Wolf set her feet, knocked down the tray.
Hardin Northern. Dye with it against Fisher. She runs into Prenger. Prenger blocks the shot. Dye picks it back up, and he'll draw the foul. It's kind of a odd play as Prenger made the good defensive play, and then when the basketball was loose, we thought Minster was going to come up with it, but instead Dye snuck in there and grabbed the basketball and drew the foul.
Dye with 6 points in this quarter, 11 on the night of the 13 Polar Bear point, but she's short on that one. Reagan Wepker, number 10, back in the lineup as he replaces Haley Boimer.
Dye's free throw rings home. Got 11 points on the night. They got 12 out of her team's 14 points. In the corner it goes to Webker, or rather Wolf, and back around we get it to Fisher. Open for a three-pointer is Thien, shot a little bit short. Rebound will come down to Hardin Northern. Luthman off the Minster bench. She'll come in shortly. Waller. Wolf. Pass up to Fisher. Back to Pringer off the glass. Shot doesn't fall. Rebound down to Thien. Fisher will move it back out. Short jump shot by Webker on the baseline. No good.
Fisher tried to step outside that screen, and she paid the price there. Actually, they're going to call a
call a charge on that one.
Charge. So
that's a peculiar call, I think, in my mind.
Yeah, I thought Fisher kind of jumped out there pretty late, but
anyway, minute 14 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats 45-14 over Hardin Northern. Fisher. Inside jumper by Luthman, no good. And the rebound is going to come down to, I believe that's Wilson. And we've got a whistle.
Foul on number 10. Well, it's on Minster, Reagan Webker.
That was Camry Hobson for Hardin Northern with a rebound. And as we approach the 1 minute mark of play of the third quarter, there we got a foul in the backcourt. Time to go against Kendra Thien. Hobson ready to inbound it. Dye takes the pass. Shot blocked by Luthman. Wildcats will push it up court. 45 seconds to go. Loose basketball. Thien will pick it back up. Fisher will handle it. Thien thinks about it. Back out to Fisher. Webker on the cut. There's the pass. Short jump shot by Wolf. No good. Fisher will have it. Clock is at 25 seconds. Inside Thien. There's going to be a foul, and that's going to go against number 12, Quinn Stewart Evans, 5'7" freshman.
A couple nice passes by Allie Fisher, as I mentioned a couple times this game. That possession on both of those, she had a nice pass underneath there. And you couldn't hit the first one, and the second one, she got it to Thien, passed it towards the basket on a nice bounce pass, and Thien draws a foul, and Kendra hits the first free throw.
Second toss coming up. Around and out. Rebound to Hobson. As Dye brings it up, 15 seconds remain, third quarter play. There's the steal. That's Fisher, she'll pull it up. Webker, back over to Wolf. Webker gonna take the last shot, and she hits it. Reagan Webker hits the shot at the buzzer. As everything continues to go the Wildcats' way, our score after 3 quarters of play, Minster 48, Hardin Northern 14. We will be back right after this.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Final quarter of basketball is upon us here at Bath Gymnasium, and Hardin Northern with another turnover to start it out, and Minster with Reagan Webker with an exciting shot there at the end of the third quarter. The bench very appreciative of Webker's basket, and it's 48-14 Minster.
New player in for the Wildcats, number 4, Carly Richard, one of the sophomores on that undefeated Minster JV team.
Inside to Luthman. Back out to Thien. It's going to go across the timeline. That'll be a Minster turnover.
12 turnovers for Minster, but Coach Wiss will take that when he knows that his defense has caused 23 turnovers.
23 turnovers on the night for Hardin Northern. Yep. Wow. Big time numbers. Tells the story of this one as Minster's defense has just been all over the Hardin Northern Polar Bears as Holly Wilson with the bucket.
First made three-pointer on the night for the Polar Bears as we have a travel on the Wildcats.
Kind of ironic, only 2 players have scored for Hardin Northern, 2 leading scorers, of course, for the Polar Bears this season, but Wilson there, gives her 5, and the other 12 points goes to Ashton Dye, the Polar Bears point guard.
Yeah, those 2 are nice players.
Wilson has it again. Back out. Wilson will try to make a move on the baseline or from the free throw line, and she'll draw the foul.
Wilson has some nice moves. You can tell that she's an athletic player. Just the overall lineup just doesn't have the depth that what a Minster team does that is extremely deep. So we've seen all season, particularly tonight with Reckerman and Westerbeck not in the lineup as the 13 Paige Toby in the game.
Thien will go out. Toby will line up underneath the basket as Ayers will come back into the lineup for Hardin Northern. Number 22. Wilson with the second free throw. Got 7 on the night. Webker inside Luthman, back out to Webker. She'll move to the hoop, open for the shot, and she'll connect.
Hooker had a basket there at the end of the fourth quarter and a nice move there for his second basket of the night.
Hardin Northern with the basketball. Long range jumper by Wilson, no good. Rebound is Waller. Short jumper is good by Dye, and it's 50-21. Luthman out front, back over to Richards. Ball taken away there by Dye. She'll go inside, and Richard reaches, and also number 32 Wolf will come up with a basketball. She'll take it all the way, and the layup doesn't go. Tipped out of bounds.
Another substitution for the Wildcats, another sophomore off the JV team, Daniel Barhorse. And it's an exciting time for some of these sophomores. It's their first varsity action as well as first tournament experience.
Barnhorst, number 21, shot inside, no good. Rebound back up, no good. And ball will go out of bounds and off of Hardin Northern, so that means that number 10, Webker, will inbound it. Short jump shot off the left side, and Danielle Barhorst.
Her first varsity
points. I was going to say that. I've kind of had a feeling it was her first varsity basket for her. Loose basketball.
Always an exciting time for any player who plays high school.
We're scrambling a little bit right now with the lineups on the floor. More substitutes. Pelletier will come in for Minster. Lily Pelletier, number 40, 5'11" sophomore. Bailey Waller misses the free throw. Rebound to Toby. Richards will bring it up court. Webker. Pelletier, number 40. Back over to Webker. Barhorst, number 21. Wildcats running their offense as we approach 4 minutes to go here in the game. Turnover. Dye will handle the basketball against Richards. Back out to Hobson. Over to Wilson. Wilson looks inside. She'll put the ball on the floor and try to drive in as Dye's shot is off target. Richards with it. Rather make that Webker, number 10. Pelletier. Back over to Richards. In the corner it goes to Toby. Pelletier, top of the key. Lily goes left side. Richards has it. Back inside and then back out. Wildcats running their offense. Pass inside to Barhorst. Danielle Barhorst. Second basket of the game. 54-21 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 3:05 to go in this one. Wilson. Short jumper. Pelletier with the rebound, and there'll be a jump ball there with Ayers, and possession arrow favors Minster.
It's another block there by the Minster defense. I have them down for 8 blocks on the night. Prenger had 5 of them. And, you know, much taller team, but that's also a product of some very good defense. A lot of times you get them on help defense, help over, and ate them tonight.
Pelletier handling the basketball out front for the Wildcats. Webker from 3, shot off the front of the iron. Dye with a rebound. 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Minster will be advancing as they will win a sectional championship.
And they will play on Thursday night. I believe it's the second game at Walpock. We will have that game on NKTelco Sports. They will play the winner of the next game, LCC New Bremen. It comes here from the Tub at Bath High School.
That's right.
Got to work that in.
Yeah, got to, instead of the Bath Gymnasium. Which I'm impressed that they still have the word gymnasium in front of the place, which I think is cool, but yeah. I guess that shows you how old I am.
I like this gym, the old wood bleachers. They have it's. I just like to feel that. I watched a lot of games in the old type gyms throughout this area, and a little nostalgic, I guess.
Yep. Ayers will lose the basketball, and Minster will have it. Just under 2 minutes to play in this one.
There's some nice individual seating, stadium seating on the other side. I imagine it's for the season ticket holders here. That's people who got here early tonight got that opportunity and very comfortable, albeit wood seats, individual seats.
Yeah, we've got, looks like, what, the LCC squad taking a look at this one. Number 13, Paige Toby gets her first bucket of the night.
The 9th Wildcat to score here tonight.
Mike Wiss has played a lot of players tonight, that's for sure. Richards up court. Wepker inside Pelletier, turns around. It's going to go out of bounds. It will stay Minster basketball. A couple of substitutes for Hardin Northern. Selena McCoy, number 50. And I believe number 25, Jolie Herod Gonzalez, all into the lineup for Hardin Northern. Richards inside, nice feed to Pelletier. Shot doesn't go. Webker has it, pushes it back out to Barhorse. Barhorse, nice move inside, and Danielle has the bucket. Three buckets.
6 points there. Nice quick acceleration through the opening there by Barhorst.
Minster, 37 seconds to go. Pelletier off the glass. Shot doesn't go. Scramble for the rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball.
I looked up in this Minster program I have with me. This will be the 22nd sectional championship for Minster through the years. You look back in the last, let's say about the last 15 years, there's probably been, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be the 10th in the last 17 years.
That's a lot of championships.
Accustomed to a lot of success, started by Coach Stackshoulder and continued on this year by Coach Wiss.
Down to the final 10 seconds on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Reagan Webker will handle the basketball at midcourt, and that's going to be it. Our final score. Here from the tub, 58-21 Minster with the win. We'll be back with a recap of our stats right after this.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Jump, jump! What? Oh, come on! Jet!
Plastic surgery is very expensive today.
Jet!
Jet?
Come on, shoot him.
Need more bandwidth? Switch to NKTelco and run all your devices.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Here at Bath High School, the Minster Wildcats cutting down the nets here after capturing their sectional championship with the 58-21 win over Hardin Northern.
Good opportunity, all these players to get a clip of the net here, a little souvenir of their accomplishments so far here as they get another sectional championship.
Savannah Luthman there, number 54. Savannah, 5'10" senior. Second game here tonight. Once the net is cut officially, is going to be LCC in New Bremen, and that should be an interesting matchup. Of course, the winner will face the Wildcats.
Both those teams played Minster earlier this year, about the same margin. It looks like two evenly matched squads. A 10 different players score here tonight. Is it very balanced attack as Coach Wisp got everybody healthy in the lineup here tonight. I'm totaling up the stats now. When I get a chance, I'll bring them to you all.
Wildcats now 21 and 12, or 21 and 2 overall on the season. Hardin Northern, they fall to 10 and 14.
Fisher now there. Did a nice job playing the point here tonight. Go through some of the scoring for Minster. They're led by Taylor Kogi with 12 points. And we'll mention she'll be our player of the game today. Kogi did a nice job, 12 points, several rebounds, and she'll be our player of the game as she'll go up to cut down the net right here.
Yep, there you see number 24, Taylor. Minster Player of the Game, sponsored by McDonald's in Minster. Had an excellent game, 14 points or so, I believe, right? And just a good overall effort. So Taylor, our Player of the Game.
Going up the ladder now, Reagan Whipker, another junior with 4 points. One at the end of the third quarter and early fourth quarter. Overall, so we'll throw up our stats on the scoreboard as we're going along here. Wildcats 20 of 14 from the field. Hardin Northern 5 of 27. 3-pointers, Minster 3 of 8. Hardin Northern 1 of 3. Free throws very good, 16 of 21 from Minster, 10 of 13 from the foul line. Turnovers a big story. 28 turnovers compared to 16 for Minster. Rebounding fairly even, or let me check that. In favor of the Minster, 21 to 13, 11 offensive rebounds. The Wildcats as they dominate, which isn't a big surprise. They came in as the overwhelming favorite this game. Also look to be the favorite in this district. They will have some battles at Walpock and also have some injury issues to work through.
See Courtney Pranger going up there to cut the net as well.
Pranger on the night, 11 points.
Just going to mention her block.
5 blocks.
5 blocks. 5 block shots. Great effort by Courtney. And boy, you know, you started out in this one in that Minster defense. You just kind of gradually, Hardin Northern, before you knew it, it's 29 to 4 or something to that nature. And
just overwhelming. Hardin Northern only 2 players score. Ashton Dye, a nice player, had 14 points. Holly Wilson, underneath, she was bottled up anytime she got close to the ball. She had 7 points for their total of 21. Hardin Northern ends their season at 10 and 14. You know, a fair amount of youth. Dye is a sophomore, and they'll rebuild and come back hopefully stronger in the NWCC next year. So you have Carly Richard, ran the point in the fourth quarter for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's one of these opportunities when you have a lead in a tournament game like this and you get to see so many different players see action. First of all, you got a couple of starters out, so you have to call on your depth at the beginning of the game, and then when you get the big lead, then everybody has an opportunity to play, and it's just it's great for the program. And as we mentioned earlier tonight, you know, the junior varsity team for Minster, you know, 21-0 on the season as well.
As you had Daniel Barhorst was impressive in this fourth quarter. Had 3 baskets, had some nice moves. Yep. So have Lily Pelletier on the ladder as well. And so Wildcats now win their 5th in a row. They ended up in the final ranking in Division 4 as number 5 in the state. And on to Walpock for could have 2 other MAC teams. The other side of the bracket will be the winner of Marion Local in New Knoxville. That's being played right now. And I think the second game over at Allen East, the first game is Crestview and Upper Sauter Valley. Upper Sauter Valley, the 2 seed. The Rams knocked out Minster 2 years ago out of the tournament, a pretty good Minster team. So definitely some battles ahead for the Wildcats, but they had a comfortable win today. A bunch of girls able to get into the lineup. And they survived, definitely advanced here at Bath High School. Some of the statistician girls getting a part of the net as well.
Nice opportunity for them all to get a little time on the camera too. Of course, here's Coach Mike Wiss. Gets a nice little bit of nice round of applause.
Well deserved, a very popular coach with girls basketball as well as baseball, and very successful as well.
Just waiting to see who gets the last strand. You'd think the coach would, don't you?
It looks like he has the scissors,
does.
and he'll hand it to the seniors.
And there it is. Wildcats win the sectional. And great news there. And I want to take another. We got the stats. We got that covered. So let's take this moment and thank our sponsors for tonight's sectional championship win by Minster over Hardin Northern. We've got Schwederman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwederman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living. I'll bring you tonight's game between Minster and Hardin Northern. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls basketball on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 Monday, February the 27th at 8 p.m., Tuesday, February the 28th at 6 p.m., and you can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. I'm Dave Helmstead, and alongside me is Dave Kanapke. On our cameras tonight, we've got Isaac Sell and Bryce Hamrick doing the video work. We appreciate their work. And once again, our final score from Bath Gymnasium. The Minster Wildcats 58, Hardin Northern 21.